devices to silent. As a reminder, this is being streamed live on the ACC.com. We will provide transcripts by ASAP Sports following each press conference. It's now my pleasure to introduce NC State head coach Wes Moore, as well as student athletes Ace Koenig, Dee Rogers, Elisa Kunin. Coach?
Really proud of the way we hung in there. Obviously very frustrated with the first quarter. We gave up 24 points, and then very proud the second and the third period. Did just a great job defensively. And then the fourth period, once again, we gave up a few too many points. A lot of those, I think, came off turnovers in the fourth period. We got to do a better job taking care of the ball and in those situations. But I'm really proud of this group. And I think it's always tough when you've sat around for a couple of days. The other teams played a game. And so I think they really have an advantage, especially in the first period. And I thought our kids bounced back, kept their confidence, and just did a great job. So they've done it all year long, and it was good for us to get off to a good start and tonight and get to play another day.
As a reminder, we have 2 microphone holders on either side of the room. Please raise your hand. Let us get you that microphone and give us your name and affiliation, please. We'll start right down here in the middle in the very front.
Corey Smith with Pack Pride. Dee, for you, obviously the final game of the season for you on senior night, you finished with over 20 points and 14 rebounds in that game. You go into this one, how much confidence did you have in yourself after having that kind of performance that you could do it again with another double-double tonight?
Yeah, I definitely came off of that game feeling very confident in myself and my team in general. I, play off of them and know that they'll be there to play off of me as well. Just take it one step at a time. So I definitely felt good about this game coming into it from Miami, yeah.
Take our next question over here on the far left, our far left.
Yeah, Brian Rapp, Wolfpacker. Wes, what adjustments, if any, did you make from the first time you played Florida State to tonight?
Well, we tried to play pick on the ball a little bit different. Down there, we were probably too passive with our defense and allowed them to get some open threes. And down there, I probably should have adjusted better in the second half. And, tonight we did take a little bit different approach, and I thought our players did a great job executing it for the most part. I know we gave up a couple of threes there late in the game that was a little disappointing when we were really in a no-3 situation. But for the most part, definitely in the second and third quarters anyway, did a pretty nice job. So I think that was a big factor. Down there, again, it was tough too. We lost Erica Cassell, and I think that was tough on the whole team emotionally. So I think tonight was a little different from that standpoint. But like I said, mainly probably the pick on the ball defense.
Stay over here on our left in the very front row.
JP Mundy, Greensboro News and Record. Alyssa, you came out for the opening tip with a big smile on your face, and that's kind of the last emotion I expected. Did you battle any nerves at all?
Yes, I was nervous for the game, but as soon as I stepped on the court, those just disappeared, and it's just playing the game of basketball like I do every single day.
Go right here in the middle, very middle.
Landon Ball, Spectacular Magazine. Kira Leslie only had 4 points in the first half. So for the players, how were you all able to pick up where she left off with her production?
Let's start with Ace.
She's a really great player, and lots of times she leads us in scoring and does a lot of great things. And I think we moved the ball well, and we're finding open shots and definitely feeding off the fact that Elisa was scoring in the paint a lot. And then Dee was able to get some good points too. So I think we were able to move the ball and find the people who were scoring. And then, Key was able to pick it up on defense and really help us there and keep us in the game.
Key was struggling with some stomach pain too, so that's why she came out for a little bit there in the first half, and so I know she struggled with that most of the night, but I think she'll be okay for tomorrow.
We're going to move on right down here in the front.
Alex Sawyer with Technician. Elisa, you get to come back here close to home and have such a good game in your first ACC tournament play. I mean, what's that feeling like to be able to show out like that here?
It's very special to me to play in front of my friends and family, and with this team right now, what we're doing is special, so it means a lot to me, and I'm excited to see where we go.
Take our next question back in the middle.
Lawrence Davis, Spectacular Magazine. So a lot of players played over 34 minutes, or 5 players played over 34 minutes tonight. For the players, how do your legs feel? And for Coach, can you guys keep this up for 2 more days to win the championship?
Well, from my standpoint, it's one game at a time. So our main goal was to win this game tonight, and then obviously tomorrow our goal will be to try to win that game, and we're not really worried about Sunday yet. We got to take them one at a time, and obviously every team at this point in this tournament is really, really good, including Florida State tonight. So I don't know if you guys want to add to that.
My legs feel great. I'm excited.
We'll come back down here to the very front on our right.
Yeah, Jay Kakovar, technician. Ace, you hit that 3 in the second half that kind of kick-started a big run, and then right after Florida State hit a 3, you had that and 1. So 2 big timely plays. How big was that for you guys to be able to halt their runs and then go and run your own with your big shots?
You know, I think our team as a whole does a really good job of finding the open player and being able to create energy. So Key was able to pick up that rebound and throw it down, and that energy really, I think, the whole team was able to feed off of it, but also that wouldn't have been anything, that N1 wouldn't have been as exciting as it was if my teammates hadn't been there and reacted the way they did and celebrated with me.
Come over here on our left, Kip.
Yeah, Kip Coons with Raleigh News and Observer. Wes, I'm guessing that a big part of your game plan was to go to Alyssa on the low block there, but where in the plan was it called for her to drift out and take that 3-pointer there with a game on the line?
Yeah, I mean, we're comfortable with Elisa taking the 3. Obviously, we like her on the block, and you know, probably second half, I probably did a poor job of getting her touches. We had a hard time running our stuff in the second half. I thought Florida State got in the passing lanes and pressured us some, and at times we were a little disconglomerated, if I said that right.
Obulated.
There you go, Ace. Fill it in for me. You got my point. But you know, I thought, again, we should have got her the ball more. Probably should have got Dee the ball more because they were, you know, playing really well tonight, and thought the matchups were good in there for them.
Come back down here in the front.
Alyssa, you've had a couple big games down the stretch against some really good teams, twice against Florida State, that Notre Dame game. Is there something about those big opponents that kind of brings something else out in you?
I just think that during those games I've had the opportunity to step up, and my teammates have done a great job of finding me, and it does mean a lot to me to be able to impact my team.
Okay. Thanks to each of you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.